10 interesting facts about Zinedine Zidane that you don't know. The lives of legends are always full of ups and downs. To be honest, it is the hardships and the endurance that make a person a legend. Algerian Zinedine Zidane is no exception to this rule. He, who is undoubtedly one of the best players in the world, has gone through a difficult past and has an interesting life story. So, continue with us to read 10 interesting facts about Zinedine Zidane together. In the dream of a pair of shoes. Interesting fact about Zidane. After fleeing the war situation in Algeria, Zidane and his family took refuge in Marseille, France. The house they lived in was so small that it was not even possible to eat together. At that time, his father's financial situation was so poor that he could not afford to pay for a pair of shoes for his son. Until Zidane saw a person whose legs were amputated, he realized that having healthy legs was more valuable than having a new pair of shoes. Where did he start playing football? At the age of 13, Zidane was present as a ball collector on the sidelines of a France-Portugal match. This was his first close experience on the football field. With France winning the semi-final of the European Cup, Spain and Portugal lost, a sweet memory for Zizou. Which later became an incentive to follow football more seriously. How much is Zidane worth? In 2001, Real Madrid signed a contract with Zidane for $86 million. Real Madrid's interest in Zidane led to a huge fee. This later made him the most expensive star in French football. He wore the team's shirt 225 times in the 4 years he played for Real. Zidane scored 49 goals to help Real Madrid win the Champions League. Zidane and commercials. Zidane was the first player to enter the world of commercials. He advertised for the commercial company Christian Dior, which was active in the field of perfume, shoes and clothes. Before him, only women were advertising such products. 17 cameras make Zidane documentary. Philip Parino and Douglas Gordon made a documentary about Zidane by installing 17 cameras on the football field. These cameras were intended to record Zidane's extraordinary moves and techniques. The result of this move was the documentary Zidane, a portrait of the 21st century. Zidane's sons. Zidane has 4 sons named Enzo, Theo, Luca and Elias, all of whom are active in the field of football. His 3 eldest children also play for Real Madrid in different age groups. Why did Zidane name his son Enzo? Zidane's son Enzo. It is interesting to know that this great football legend also followed a great role model in football. This role model, named Enzo Francesco, is a famous Uruguayan footballer. His special interest and affection for Enzo led him to name his son Enzo. Enzo Francesco played for Marseille in France for many years. Zidane saved the French national team. In 2006, the French national team was at its weakest, but he saved it from relegation with a great lineup. The French national team players later admitted that Zidane had adopted a new tactic. It was thanks to his dominance that France was able to reach the final, where they lost to Italy in a controversial match. But he was named the best player of the tournament despite being sent off in the final match. The unpopular star of the French. The French believed that this Algerian boy who could not even afford shoes was not a strong player. They believed that Zidane had been invited to the French team only by his luck and fortune. They also considered him a source of bad luck. Zidane and the religion of Islam. In one of his games, an opposing player called him a Muslim terrorist. This sentence was enough for Zidane to lose control and headbutt the Italian defender in the chest. He later said, "That was the sweetest kick I've ever taken. That €500,000 fine was even sweeter, and I would give all my possessions and even my life for my religion."